think part of the appeal to climbing, and not just to me, but a lot of people, is that there's an unknown to it. The search for some kind of a little bit of a commitment, and you can, of course, push that to any level you want to. But I think that's what, at least starting out, appealed to me. I'm Fred Becky, and I'm a climber. Most of my climbing has been in the Cascade Range, Sierra Nevada, Canada, or Alaska. How old am I? We're not going to talk about that. That's a secret. They can find it on the internet. I tell the girls I'm 39 and let it go at that.
For 7 decades, Fred Becky has pursued the climbing life with uncommon focus and drive. He's pioneered new routes around the world and has written authoritative guidebooks to the Cascade Mountains near his home in Seattle. Becky was born in Dusseldorf, Germany in 1923. When he was a boy, his parents immigrated to the Pacific Northwest.
He started climbing back in the 30s and did, I think, his first ascent in 1939 when he would have been about 16. I think it's been said that Fred probably has done more first ascents than any other person on Earth. I think even Fred doesn't know how many he's done.
Today, at the age of 85, he is considered by many to be among the world's most accomplished climbers, and he shows few signs of slowing.
I met Fred about 45 years ago when I was about 25 years old. He was by then almost 40, and I thought he was an old man then. But as it turns out, we were both still young by comparison. Without climbing, you know, Fred wouldn't be himself. And I think that is the reason he probably never did anything else significant in his life, because his focus is just on pure climbing.
Most of the climbers I climb with today, most of them are a lot younger than I am. But it's not of a personal choice, it's just that they're more available for climbing, and most of the time are totally involved with families and children where they can't get away.
Becky himself never settled with a family or a conventional career, but he's also never stopped climbing.
Another interesting aspect about his career is that he has never sustained a serious injury. In fact, there's a joke going around that the only time he ever fell and injured his ankle and ended up in an emergency room is when he was sitting at a bar and a good-looking girl went by and he fell off.
It's incredible. Like I said, he is a living legend, and it's hard to compare him to anybody else. He climbs more than any other person that I know. And I know 20 and 30-year-olds who are unemployed and call themselves climbing bums, and they don't climb as much as Fred does. His passion for climbing and for the outdoors is incredible and inspirational.
There's a lot of things on this planet that are beautiful. Trees are beautiful, the ocean, sands, and natural scenery, but somehow mountains, for some reason, have a certain kind of appeal to me. What it is, it's very hard to explain. But that's, I think, what got me interested in climbing, is part of the scenery, and there's probably a spiritual affiliation that is not religious, but it's sort of spiritual, that I feel something that I can identify with the mountains. And I think also, to me, it's kind of an adventure, especially if you explore something or get to the top of the mountain that you weren't quite sure you were going to be able to make it. If you make it or don't make it, I think you learn something about yourself and something about nature.
How do you like it?
I think I'm just going to keep climbing until there's too much physical work to do it. If that comes, I'll have to figure it out at that time. Maybe I'll just take up serious hiking.